natural disasters, growing demand for health services and workers' compensation claims continuing to blow holes in the state budget.
We will not turn Tasmanians away when they turn up to the hospitals. They need to be cared for and supported.
The revised budget estimate report released today showing the state's finances have been hit harder than predicted in the last budget, but the government is keeping positive.
Pleasingly, the report does show a continuing growth in our economy in Tasmania, and as I say, that's so important for jobs and to back in business and back in industry.
The revised estimates report shows the government is set to spend an extra $500 million this financial year, on top of what it budgeted for. That will push the budget further into the red with a $1.3 billion deficit. But 4 years from now, the deficit would shrink to about $40 million, $23 million less than the budget forecast. The Treasury expects net debt to worsen. Its revised estimate for this year is about $287 million worse than what was budgeted, and that variation blows out to more than $1 billion by 2027-28, when net debt is expected to reach about $9.6 billion.
Instead of admitting they've got a problem, they continue to make things worse. By saying there's a pathway to surplus when there clearly isn't, they're making things worse.
The numbers are one thing, but how does the government fix the problem? An independent review of the state's finances by economist Saul Eslake made 26 recommendations, and the government today responded. It ruled out tax reform or reviewing mining royalties, instead wanting to keep focusing on finding efficiencies in the public sector.
I don't think the government has embraced the spirit of my recommendations, let alone taken up any of the specific suggestions.
The government believes an operating surplus is still on the horizon, but it might not solve structural issues.
Tasmania's facing a difficult fiscal situation, and that the longer decisions to correct it are put off, the harder they will ultimately be.
The state budget will be delivered in May. Adam Holmes, ABC News.